everybody! I'm doing a soul rebirth journey for Dan. And for those of you who are not familiar with my YouTube channel, I do distance spiritual healing sessions. And this is a recorded session for Dan today. And he's open to me sharing the experience with the collective consciousness. So we're all going to learn from Dan's awesome soul today. And a soul rebirth journey is 60 minutes of energy work and wisdom. So Dan doesn't have any specific goals. I'm just going to go straight into your spiritual atmosphere, and then we'll see where spirit takes us, okay? So I'm going to relax here. Okay. Just relaxing my energy field. And let's see what the calling is for you today. All right, the first experience, I'm running super crazy fast, like the Flash. But I can feel like my legs are turning into wheels, and I'm moving really fast through a thunderstorm. And the raindrops are like, it's really crazy to feel this experience of really insanely fast speeds through water. But yet I can see every single unique droplet of water, every single one, like it's all stillness. And I see I feel like I could pick out a droplet of water and then examine this one droplet of water while I simultaneously am feeling myself cutting through like a crazy, like Niagara Falls or something. And I'm like, my legs are turning into wheels that are like turning really fast. Oh, what is this inside my head? So my head is just opening up here. You're all stalled out, like time stops. And you have something like a little egg inside your head. There's a bird here. A bird tells me that this is my nest. This is my head. That's my egg. Okay. I like you, bird. You're pretty. It looks like a pretty peacock. Its feathers aren't all spread out like peacocks do sometimes. They're all sort of fanned together and then lying down like that. But it's beautiful peacock colors. So pretty. I love this bird so much. I feel sneaky. I feel like you know what? No. You don't get to have this head or this egg. I don't care what you say. I'm taking it. Mine. My stuff. I want to see what the bird does. I'm just teasing you. Fine, it's your nest, it's your head, it's your egg. I just wanted to tease you. That was all. So, okay. The bird tells me that it's very important. This egg is very important, very precious. And it's not to be played games with. And I need to understand that. Sometimes there's a time for games and there's a time for seriousness. And this is a time for seriousness. I say, oh wow, I'm having a hard time. Whenever anybody says the word serious, it's like this weird, like silly string happens in my heart and it just goes, serious? Oh my God, are you serious? I gotta be serious right now. No, I won't do it. I start like creating helium balloons and sucking in the helium and talking in a serious manner. This is the prediction of the weather today, but it was like sounds like a squirrel or something. I can't take this seriously, but I'm trying. This is really important. This is all your journey. This is your spiritual atmosphere, Dan, doing all this stuff to me, inspiring me in these ways. So let's see if we can get beneath the surface. We gotta chill out. We gotta get into the zen here. We gotta calm down. I gotta take this seriously. It's just so serious. I just can't stop laughing because it's like a kid in the quiet room and your parents are yelling at you and it's just too serious, so you just start laughing. That's what I feel like right now. Kind of like that. This is having an effect on your actual emotional gut right now. And your mental body it's got an effect on the mental body, but really like the gut. I mean, your stomach gut is feeling this big time. And so is the inner child inside of you. You gotta grow up someday, Dan. You gotta grow up someday. And one day when you grow up, you'll understand what it is to be serious. And then you'll know what the importance of this egg is in your life. It's a nest egg. It's a very, 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 very important nest egg. It's interesting because nest eggs can sometimes be about a financial egg, like I set this egg of money aside. Like, I don't know why they call it a nest egg, but like it has a financial undertone to it. So this bird has been very, very helpful for you in your life to ensure you had this nest egg and that it would be taken care of and that nobody would take it away from you. And nobody would play games with it and nobody would desecrate it, and that it would incubate until the time was right when you would understand its purpose full on. But you have to grow up, Dan, and there's something about becoming a man on a level where you understand. You're able to reach that place where you see now with eyes that you didn't have at a certain time in your life. You have them now and you understand. Your heart has something going on here with it, in conjunction with the nest egg idea, in conjunction with inner child emanation, youthfulness. Oh gosh, is there something dizzy happening here? There's something about reflections, family reflections, and seeing yourself in the mirror of change, in the mirror of family identities. That too is going on here, a huge old mirror, and soul movements going on, really intense soul movements, and I can feel it. I mean, it's really loud, straight through your core and up through your neck into your head and above your head. Seriously, it's all here. But it's like a straight line, and I feel it on your spine as well, so in the front and the back. So it's just it's like the soul is doing a clench, like a super strong clenchy. But it feels good, actually. It feels really good. Feels good. Feels like we're opening up something. And I'm okay with it. Totally okay with it. That's what it's like right now. You got a lot more birds coming in here. These ones are white birds. And they kind of act like pigeons, but they look like white doves. Because they got a pigeony look about them and sort of a pigeony manner in which they walk. Maybe they're white pigeons. Are there white pigeons? They look like pigeons to me, and they got pure white feathers with those red eyes, but they're kind of blackish red. And they're walking around like a pigeon does. I like them. I like them too. I like them because they're not your average bird. Because it's a white pigeon. Whoever thinks of white pigeons? We think of white doves. This is good. I like these birds. There's a couple of them here. I'm looking at 3 of them right now. There's some movement in your heart here going on. A little bit of emotion with it. Like love. Love. I don't know what this love need is. Is it I want love, I want to feel love, I want to embrace love, more love, or I am love? It's just clenched and says love. It keeps doing that in the heart. And it wants these birds so desperately, like it wants to hold them, it wants to love them, it wants to be loved by them. These birds are wise. These 3 white pigeons are wise. This peacock is also here and is wise, is protective. And it's almost like a female. This peacock is more feminine energy. And I didn't, it's interesting because I didn't really interrelate to the fact that we're looking at a nest with an egg and it probably would be a female, right? But I didn't resonate with that at first. It's really drawing in a female energy. I can't tell you what the gender of these 3 white pigeons is, but boy, when they work together, when they put their minds together, they can accomplish great things. And if they are singled out and alone, they're still, it's like in an individual level, they're quite wise. But boy, when they can put their three heads together, they can accomplish great things. And somehow they create a rainbow effect. So when they're working as three, working as one, somehow their minds or their intentions or their wisdom creates the colors of the rainbow. And I actually experience a rainbow of energy when I look at them and their minds are like in sync with each other, or their intentions or their dreams or their passions or their wisdoms are all in sync with each other. It creates a rainbow effect. I really like you guys. I really love you birds. I don't know what to say right now. I see a version of you, Dan. You're sort of on like a dental chair, and you're slightly leaned back, not all the way. And you're kind of open. You have parts of yourself that are open, but they look kind of blown open. I don't know what to make. You seem to have another bird's nest with an egg on your heart portal, and it looks odd. It looks odd, and your stomach gut, upper gut has also something going on here. You look like you need work, I guess. You're at the dentist office, but I don't feel like we're working on your teeth today. But you're in a special chair, and these birds are here watching over you. And they also smile at you too. These birds might be reflections of real people in your life as well, but they're also like guides, spirit guides too. It's amazing how, friends, people in our lives are actually real spirit guides incarnate to help us through different experiences. It's pretty cool because we don't think of our like friends and family as spirit guides. We think of them as humans, but they're real like incarnate spirit guides. It's so awesome. So they kind of remind me of like you might recognize them as real people in your life. And maybe you might recognize them as reflections of yourself too. I don't know. It's for you to decide. But let's see what we can do here. Wow, Dan. You seem to be plugged up with dirt and like stemmy pieces that create birds' nests. And they're primarily stuffed in upper gut, stomachy region, heart portal, and mental body. The mental body is not so bad. It's really heart, stomach. Throat doesn't want to participate in this right now. I'm just sort of like looking at everybody here, all your energy bodies, and throat's just sort of like, everybody says, nah, not throat right now. So I don't know if that means I definitely need to look at throat or, but I'm just going to start by looking at the heart and this upper gut. I don't know why, but I'm squeezing in some mustard into your heart portal, like from a packet from like McDonald's or something, like a mustard packet. I'm just squeezing yellow mustard. It's like yellow paint into your heart portal. No idea why. Let's see what happens here. I'm making a brew. It's not, I'm actually got a big old spoon, and it's starting to look like I've put ingredients into a big old pot, and it's all bubbling inside of your heart portal. I'm just adding some ingredients. I have a big spoon. I'm just going to go with it here, and I'm stirring up the soils and the bird's nest and pieces and the mustard. And let's just go with it and see what happens. Stomach gets jealous and says, nobody cares about me. Did anybody think I might like some mustard? Did anybody think that I might like some mustard? That's what your stomach says. And I don't feel like giving mustard to your stomach for some reason. It's like, God, stomach always asks for things. Why can't heart just get mustard and heart can just have mustard today? Stomach, geez, Can't you just accept not having mustard because stomach got mustard and your heart got mustard and you didn't? Now I gotta find an extra mustard packet just to make you happy. That's what this is like, talking to kids or something. Well, brother got this and I didn't get this. Well, you got that instead. Well, I wanted that too. It's kind of like kids talking. Stomach is. I actually do find another mustard packet and I give mustard to your stomach to make your stomach happy. But is it real true happiness? Maybe you just need to accept that heart needs mustard today, and maybe you'll get mustard when the time is right for you to get mustard. But I just say, fine, I'll get mustard for you, stomach. That'll make you happy. Oh, stomach gobbles this mustard up like he was starving for mustard. When stomach eats mustard, man, there's a crazy pull that gets pulled out of your, like right up the back of your spine, and it comes right out your neck and right out the top of your head, and it's a big old heavy, like really cold too, pull. It just comes straight out like a flagpole. It just comes straight out the top of your head. Everybody's starting to interact now, to wake up. Stomach actually feels peace of mind. Stomach actually just needed a little mustard, I guess. This is so interesting. And heart feels fine right now. Still feels like heart needs a little something, but we're just processing what has happened so far. Mental body is quiet still. Stomach is thinking right now. Stomach just had the most amazing mustard of stomach's life, and now it's in like a food coma and just staring at the wall like, wow. That's what stomach's like right now. It's time to go deeper. It's time to go deeper than these two. Their needs are too based on not what their needs are all about. They're still working with humanistic needs when there's some deeper need that they're ignoring from deep down inside themselves. So we're looking at the humanistic nature and what goes beneath the surface of the humanistic nature. And there's something about you going deeper beneath the surface too. So a little bit of movement here. I'm going deeper. And I'm kind of going right in between the heart portal and the upper gut. Like I'm just going like in the center between the two of these two guys, these two mouths, these two consciousness, these two energy bodies. They laugh at me and tell me you're not going to get very far. So just keep going straight ahead and I'll just trust in the experience. And the experience takes me beneath your feet. I go straight down a tunnel and the tunnel goes straight down and I go way beneath your feet. I'm going to just go into my Zen vibe here and I'm just going to allow the current energy currents to take me where I need to go. I'm actually something about your Earth Star chakra. I am pulling it down a little bit further. And this isn't taking it away from you or anything. I don't know why, but you need to be stretched out a little bit so you have more room to grow. So I'm pulling it down a little bit further, like 2 feet further is kind of what it's like. And I'm going to your soul star chakra and I'm pulling it up also like 2 feet higher. And we're just giving you, like, expanding your energy field outward, and we're going to pull this junk up and out so you can access more of your deeper essence, okay? Because it's a little bit of riffraff going on here. So riffraff has a place in this world, too. Like, we need to have the mustardy moments, and why didn't I get mustard moments and that. We need to have that sometimes because we're humans. But for me to do this energy work, I actually have to, like, pop them out of there and get you expanded and really purify and get you into your inner essence, okay? That feels a lot better. It feels like you're taller. Feels like you became a lot taller. And you feel like you see from a higher perspective. and you actually feel blessed by this. You didn't realize you needed that. I'm going to just sit in the Earth Star chakra for a moment, and I'm just going to close my eyes and take some time for the energy currents to take me to the next space and experience. All right, from Earth Star chakra, your legs are like roots, and I'm having you pull up in within yourself energetic water. And the energetic water is flowing through your veins, like energy veins, and it's flowing up and into your digestive region, and it's just going to clean that out and process that out. But it's flowing up even above that. So it's going to clean out everything. It's just water purifying everything. All your energy bodies, all your chakra portals, all your energetic muscle tissues and bones and all that stuff, organs, everything. We really do have an energetic version of our physical bodies. So energy water is a powerful purifying tool of your energy body. And then it brings all that purification vibes into your physical reality. It's pretty amazing how that works. And it's interesting because we're getting more into the seriousness of the energy, and the seriousness creates a taking care of you type of vibration. And we take our jobs seriously, and I'm sort of like a therapeutic massage person. So when you come in, I'm not going to be a laughing stock and like be all silly. But when I come in, I'm going to take my role seriously and focus on healing your body today. So there's something about that shift from the silly into the seriousness, and it's good. Just doing some work on your spine again. I'm actually pulling you out of a deeper space. I'm pulling your energy body up. And I mean, I don't know how to describe how tight this is, but it's like trying to pull you out of a tight fist, but it's got enough opening that and you're squishy on all sides, but you're like really long ways in there. So I'm like using my long arms, and I'm stretching, and I'm just pulling you forward, like out of that squishy material, and I'm just bringing you up into a space of expansion. You're really ready to let go of some layers. You're ready to start translating more light energy. And light energy is wisdom, self-discovery, healing. I mean, light energy is awesome. And what it inspires in our worlds, in our lives, and who we can be. This feels a lot better. It really feels like some moments are really human and some moments are really spiritual. And trying to find the right balance between the human and the spiritual moments. And the silly and the serious moments too, I guess. Alright, there's a little beacon of sadness happening here. We're just resting in this space where I pulled you out of all the squishy materials, and it's like a really long squishy hallway where you're sucked in deep inside of it. So I'm just pulled you into a space of light and just infinite space. So you can expand infinite potential here. But you're feeling a little bit of emotion here. And it's like birthing like a bluish colored orb with a little baby bird inside. From your stomach, from your upper gut portal. You just it's like, I want to transform, I want to be renewed, I want to be new, I want to be, it's like you're ready to keep accessing more and more and more of all that you are. And so when you say that, I want to be new, I want to be transformed, it's something along these lines, and it's sort of saying, I want to keep accessing all that, more and more and more of all that I am. And I pop the blue orb, and the little baby bird comes out and sings a song for you. And you say, "Ah, you're cute." The bird smiles at you, and it gives you a kiss with its little bird beak on the cheek. It does not hurt at all. It's like really cute. It's like the cutest little bird beak kiss. And it's a baby bird. So cute. You say, "I'm going to keep you for a while." You want to hold on to this little one. This is really precious. It's really sweet. There's a big eagle that's coming in now from up above. And it spots you and the little bluebird, and it also spots this other dimension where you got humanistic stuff going on, but you have these other birds too that are really precious birds as well. But everything about both places, this spiritual zone and this humanistic zone with the mustard issues, like this is life. Like this is life. And you're at peace with both images. And this eagle, master eagle, is flying in now and actually enters into the dimension where you're sort of in a spiritual space of expansion with the little baby bluebird. It's almost like this eagle wants to gobble up the little baby bird. And it's got really sharp claws, talons. Like it really could just rip its little head off. Like that's what I just keep experiencing, how sharp those talons are, and it's just like a click, like a whack, and it's like a sharp razor knife that just, I don't know why, but I keep feeling like this little baby bird's head is getting cut off by this razor sharp talon. And the eagle just doesn't care. It just does what the eagle does. And you're at peace with this too, because the world is full of choices, experiences. I say, well, what if you're that little baby bluebird? Are you ready to experience this? And we both agree that you are the little baby bluebird. You are also this master eagle, and you are also this part of yourself that's in the expansion. You're three versions of yourself in this spiritual space, and all is well in the universe. You're able to say that, but there's still a little part of you that is kind of like, yeah, all is well in the universe. I guess that's life, isn't it? And there needs to be a little bit more joy, a little bit more, yay, I'm the baby bird here, I don't know what it is, but there's got to be a little bit more of an acceptance, like even louder acceptance, and like I'm saying that statement from my heart. I'm owning that statement. You want to heal. You don't want to see, you want to see that the pain destroys or the experience is destroying. You want to see the experiences as working together and healing. It really reminds me of the three white pigeons again. The eagle working alongside the baby bluebird, working alongside of you. And that you can work together and utilize your gifts to create something beautiful. And you're wanting to work with these three parts of yourself. Well, I say you got to merge your consciousness then with the master eagle and the baby bird, because you're really only owning up to your sort of spiritual human side. And so you need to be the consciousness of the eagle and this bluebird as well. And I don't feel that you are right now. You are going into a place of peace the serious side of yourself. And you take the baby bluebird and you place it within your heart. And you take the master eagle and you place it within your heart as well. Simultaneously, you become the eagle and you place a baby bluebird in your heart. And you place this very spiritual man inside your heart as well. And now you're the baby bluebird and you place master eagle within your heart. And you place this spiritual human within your heart. And so now you have done this. 3, 3, and 3. A lot of emotional, why did this happen? Like, a gut is like, you did it to me. I don't know why, but gut's really wound up about this. In a good way, though. Gut's reacting. Because we're deeper than the surface. We're going deeper than the surface and we're transforming you today. We're allowing you to have access to more of all that you are. And the only way to get access to more of all that you are is just something about this mustard issue is, that's only going to ever be the human experience. So sometimes we got to go beneath that surface. It's almost like a part of you has to accept death. And your heart and your stomach at the surface area here are crying and accepting death of you, okay? Because there's some sort of awareness that is happening here and your mental body is not processing this. It's specifically heart and upper gut, and they're witnessing death right now. But it's basically just becoming a new version of yourself. So you'll never be any of what you were before because you're always going to be a new version of yourself. So they're coming to a place of like you just died. But really, you just grew. You were just reborn into something they're not familiar with, working with it. So we got to adjust them to this shift that just happened. So they just got to have their venting time, and they need to just allow that to just happen. Just letting them process. There's just a lot of movement going on inside your soul right now. And then it's expanding this, above your head is like really has a lot more room to grow and be a much brighter light. And almost be so bright, like you can be seen much, much more than ever before. It's like more people can see you than ever before because your soul star chakra is becoming so much brighter and bigger and more expanded than ever before, while you're simultaneously feeling more grounded in your life purpose and your direction. And I see you waking up in the dental chair and you see all these weird tufts of stuff. What is these weird tufts and what is some sort of weird stew? You're kind of looking at this what is this? What are these birds doing here? You're kind of waking up to reality here, a new version of yourself. And you're seeing yourself with new eyes so you can let go of what no longer serves your purpose, where you wouldn't have been able to see it before. And there's a weird black ball that just burps out of your heart portal, and it's like a solid round ball. It's like a magic 8 ball or something. It just pops out. And then we're looking at the stomach here too. Stomach is a little disoriented. I move stomach into the heart so stomach can get a little extra help here processing. Some movement going on here. Man. Feels better, but gut wants to say a lot more. But gut it wants to have eyes, it wants to have a pair of legs, and it wants to go travel the world. And it's willing to say, see ya, sayonara, suckers, at any time. It seems to have a mind of its own. I don't know why your emotional upper gut has a mind of its own, but it sort of does. I say, whoa, whoa, whoa. why not ask the others what they think about, you leaving and how that might make them feel, or why not just, maybe they might like to have a going away party for you, or what, we don't know, but I think communication is necessary here. I think it's important to communicate with the others before you just sayonara sucker us. Let's just see. So stomach is still in the heart. Stomach doesn't want to really, doesn't feel like he has to talk to anybody to make decisions for himself. He can just make the decision and go do that if that's what he wants to do. And everybody else needs to just be fine with it. And if they're not fine with it, then that's their issue, not my issue. I want to make decisions. I want to go for a vacation. I can do that. I'm just looking at stomach. I'm just sort of just like stomach just said this to me, and I'm just looking at stomach. Like, not saying anything, I'm just looking at stomach right now. And everything is silent. So stomach is like standing in a silent room with I'm looking at stomach, and hearts like hang out. Hearts, like stomach is sort of like is noticing that he's getting noticed here, but still seems to be standing firm, but still kind of like the silence is a little bit like awkward, and so it's shifting him a little bit more. I'm going to go into stomach now. And stomach's in the heart portal, so I'm going into this part of the upper gut. A little bit of movement going on here. Put a little bit of energy water in here to wash it out. It can be very stubborn sometimes. It gets really possessive of something that it wants. It's relaxing more. It's starting to show me images of being a kid. It reminds me of I can't put my finger to the name of the movie, but it's gonna play every single Christmas for the rest of our lives probably. But is it like The Christmas Story, or like it's the little boy with the glasses and the BB gun? That's the movie. It's was made probably 30, 40 years ago or something. I mean, I don't even know. I maybe 50 years ago. Like, it's an older movie. It's really, really adorable. And something of this movie, it's just, I feel like childhood images coming to the surface that remind me of being a kid and trying to understand parents and the things that I want and the things that I can't have and why I want that. And, in the imagination and the creativity of the mind as it tries to process everything, it sort of reminds me of this. Makes me kind of sad for some reason. It feels like loss. feels like sometimes you saw something that was a little bit too hard to see and process at a younger age. Maybe you wouldn't have given it credit as being that difficult, but I mean, there's something in here that, you know, it's kind of along those kid-like lines. Finally get a BB gun, you shoot yourself in the eye, you know. Why is like there's something about the unexpected and the disappointment of what can happen and how situations get resolved, and it had an effect on you deep down inside, and it kind of created like observations and perspectives on human behaviors. And even what it's like to be human yourself, and how you feel as a human being, and learning certain types of ways of acceptance and love through challenge too. Oh man, your stomach's got a lot of deep stuff going on, and it needs to take a look at it. I'm having your mental body come into your stomach too. I'm just having a part of your heart portal come into your stomach too. I just want to see what they think. Wow, this is shifting things up. This is making it interesting here. Wow, how weird. Just for a moment here, let's see what happens. The stomach said, wow, I never thought you'd come in here. I never thought you'd come into my room. That's what it's like. Come into my space. Heart portal and mental body. He's kind of got like a little bit of an attitude. He's like a reflection of mustard in a way. Not everybody likes mustard. Mustard can maybe give your hot dog some attitude. I don't know. Like there's something about this mustard style. He actually says thank you for coming into my world. Not me always having to knock on your door and talk to you guys, but you actually coming into my space. Thank you. Wow, that created a really interesting energy balance shift. It actually absorbed those parts of your heart and mental body, just parts of those parts of you, and actually healed your stomach big time. Stomach feels at peace with itself, starting to understand its place in the body with the other energy bodies and its purpose and its value. And stomach actually goes back to its place in your upper gut and has developed a new bond and friendship with the heart and the mental body. That feels incredible. I still feel like there's more to bring all of this full circle. So there's just a pause for a moment. There's a bit of a dizzying effect here. So give me just a moment. It's like it's a shifting, energy shifting going on. And it's oh man, is it ever dizzying in your head? Really dizzying in your head. And you really are transforming into more of a bird figure than a man figure. So you're transforming, your identity is transforming. And there's no anger or upset about it. There's acceptance of it. There's understanding of it too. There's no resistance of it. You're like the mighty eagle, the master eagle. Like, I can hear your clicking talons walking up white steps, pure white, smooth steps. You don't fly up the stairs, you actually walk each step. And it's, as an eagle, it's kind of interesting to watch. And you reach a plateau. We're going to let go of everything we've seen thus far. Literally everything we've seen thus far. It's all cleaned out, it's all purified, and it's no longer a part of your energy field. Because it's complete. It's all complete now. So everything is just dissolving, and now all that we see is this Master Eagle. Interesting. It's got like a baby bird and then a human, like an enlightened human, a spiritual human, in the eagle's heart. The eagle is at a podium and is speaking into the microphone. He's sitting atop a really tall, like, stool, so he can reach. He's perched here telling the congregation, it's like almost like a church setting, and there's people here, and the people all look like animals, like horses and cows and chickens and pigs, but they're like farm animals more than anything. You don't see any bears or deer. You see a lot of horses, a lot of long faces, I guess. It just isn't, I mean, you really are reaching these people. You actually are really reaching these people, and these people are here to actually hear you speak, and you are reaching them. They aren't really sure what to do with what you're sharing. They're not really sure how to work with it or understand it. So in a weird way, they aren't fully receiving the message. They are fully receiving it, but they aren't able to process it, consciously process it on a conscious level. And so it's almost like, it's almost you're speaking on mute. You're still talking right now. You're still on this stool on the podium speaking, and everybody has like long faces looking, but they're kind of like farm animals, but there's a lot of horses here and cows more than anything. And I tell you it's time to open up the congregation, and I break down the walls and the door and the ceiling, and I open it all up, and so it's like the theater, the setting is actually the earth. So there aren't any walls, it's the whole earth. You're able to access the whole wide earth. And you're on a bigger stage, and it's kind of like a concert, an outdoor concert with thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people kind of thing. And you're able to access these people. It's like so many more people. So exciting. And your messages get more dynamic and more influential. And you're actually talking more with your feathers and hands and things like that. You're actually really talking and expressing yourself with more movement. And people are cheering and clapping, and they're really excited to be here. There's a lot more energy here in this space. The other one was kind of like a church setting, and it's just like, we're trying to activate these people, but they can only be activated in so much as they are consciously choosing to really embrace the message, that sort of thing. Out here, it's like all the people are really ignited and alive inside themselves, and that energy that heart energy is actually a manifesting tool that is making your message so much more powerful. It's pretty cool. So you're not quite sure. This is weird to describe, but it's sort of like you don't want to have a specific identity. If anything, if you could be just in the oneness and emanation of the oneness somehow here on Earth, you would prefer to be a collective, and to speak as a collective, as like a body of collective voices with no real definition of what they are, who they are, where they're from, what their identity is, but all these like identities. You're just sort of opening up your house, your spiritual environment, your body, energy environment with lots and lots of communication with many consciousness. And so you're speaking from many voices, many vibrations, many consciousness simultaneously. You're a collective. So to see yourself as just one reflection of an eagle is just not enough. It's simply not enough. So you need to be many, 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 many. Like that's where you find your balance and your peace and being a reflection of many things. Not just one thing, not just three things, but many, many, many things. And you're working with a lot of collective minds and voices. When I see you on the stage here, and they're all merged together within this like energy body, this massive giant energy body that is you. You're way bigger than yourself, but it's a really good thing, and you're really influential and inspiring lots of people. And we've come a long ways from the mustard incident. Like this is the real you at work here. Mustard incident is another version of you, but it's sort of like we're healing these parts so you can be more of the collective of yourself, working with more of all that you are. Your soul star chakra is getting expanded so much brighter than ever before. Earth star chakra is expanding as well, and you have so much more room to grow now through this session. So much more room to grow, and I experience like a peaceful vibration going up and down your spine, and so it feels a lot more harmonious. It's nice. All right. Well, I'm gonna it feels like it's coming to a close here, but I'm gonna take a moment and see what else we can discover. I'm just going to actually step back a little bit and then see what your energy bodies are looking like. See if anybody else would like some help here. So you've got a man, there's a man here, could be like a spirit guide, he might be a part of your higher self. I'm not quite sure yet. I just see him standing in a pure dark space. And then he has a wise bird with him. Is it an eagle? Is it a falcon? It seems more brown in color, brown and white. Like light brown. And he glows a little bit, but he almost looks like a smeared, like chalk or something. So he's like glowing. Like he's fuzzy. I cut him out of cardboard paper, black cardboard paper, along with the bird. And then I'm like a child, and I hang this on my wall, like I pin it to like a board I pin it to a board. And I look at this emanation many times and try and understand what it means to me. All the while, this emanation is here with me in my room, and I don't even realize it. But I feel it somehow. And the more I look at the picture, the more I just really want to understand it. But the reality is, this picture and what you want to understand has always been there with you all along. And the hunger and desire to understand it is the love that you're experiencing from it. And the hunger to discover more of that love. I'm telling this young person, I'm saying, this man is here with you. You're not going to discover him from just all that he is from simply looking at him on the paper. You need to acknowledge that he's here with you. Boy says, well, how do I work with him? How do I experience him here with me? I say, you must choose to see him. Do you see him yet? The boy disappears, and I see the boy as this man. The boy opens his eyes as the man and says, I have found myself for the first time. Everything disappears, and he stands in a dark space, and he says, hello, Abbey. Kind of creepy, but I like it. I'm gonna go, seriousness is happening. I can't take this seriously. It's too much. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. I'm like so excited right now. I just say hi. I walk towards him. He is playing a game, playing a trick on me, because I walk towards him and he keeps moving like further away. So every step I take, he's still the same distance away. And now I have to be the one to say that he is right here with me. Or he is within my heart, kind of thing as well. So you can't really get to this guy until you have a clever self-discovery kind of thing. And so I'm not going to go walk to this guy. I'm just going to sit down and communicate with him from within myself. He's showing me the vast potential of a single soul incarnate on earth. He shows me all the layers of challenge that one soul will manifest for its own pathway. I created every single one of these layers. That single soul did. And it's realizing its limitless potential is cracking the code of its own self-imprisonment. He smiles at you, Dan, and encourages you to keep cracking the code. Keep being limitless. He's really peaceful and he's really expanded. He doesn't have to prove anything. He doesn't have to convince me. He doesn't have to be anything but, whatever he wants to be, I guess. But he's just really peaceful. He's sort of disappearing like a chalk erasing from a blackboard. And I like him a lot. He's like a reflection of your higher self. You showed me all those layers are like a human as the orange and the layers as orange peels. Like how many peels does one orange need? Like there's a lot of human beings walking around with like hundreds of orange peeled layers, like unbelievable. And oranges, like nobody likes to peel the stinking orange. I just want to have the orange fruit, but so like I remember being a kid and I loved oranges, but the one thing I didn't like doing was having to peel it because I get all this orange juice on me and it was sticky and it was, it was just like, it wasn't fun because you have to wash your hands after you peel the orange and you get your fingernails like orange peel in your fingernails and your fingernails turn orange and it's just, they have that weird orange peely flavor and so there's something about this. And how people are their own solar system. But it's like how we see the rings of the planets, and there's sort of like the sun in the center is usually the diagram, the solar system. Well, there's something about the orange in the center and all the peels, the layers, and how we gotta peel the layers. And that it's the internal, it's the human that manifested all those layers in the first place. Because the human was afraid that they weren't limitless. And that fear manifested the experience of now not being limitless. Having limits. It's pretty interesting. All right. Well, that's basically everything. Pretty cool. Thank you, Dan, so much for this experience. Thank you for sharing. And for those of you watching, if you're interested in exploring a psychic session with me, please visit me at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful day.